Hey, what's up, guys? You ready for the creme de la creme for the month of June 2021? This is it. This is the video for my selection of the 10 best albums of the month. And I was thinking that from the month of June, the heavy metal releases will be less interesting because it's summer, and not at all. What a month this has been. The month of June was crazy. And I am gonna start with a couple of albums and EPs. Careful, some EPs here that didn't make it to the top 10 but still are great to listen and are worth a listen. So as I said, let's start up with some honorable mentions for this monthly ranking. I will start with a band from the UK called Boss Keloid. This is some stoner, sludge, prog, psychedelic metal. They come from the UK. It's their fifth album. It's a great sound. You can compare the heavy bass to a band such as Caius, for example. You can compare the clear vocals to Maynard James Keenan from Tool. So you mix that up and you get a fabulous album of stoner and sludge and proggy. And really don't miss that one because it's really a good album. Coming up now, two EPs. The first one is Aeonian with the EP called The Nomad. They come from New York City, but it's a project formed with many musicians from all around the world. Their EP is called The Nomad, and it's extreme symphonic metal with a lot of melodic death metal elements. It's a great EP, and I'm really eager to wait for a full-length album. It's gonna be really incredible. The second EP I'm gonna mention here is a band from Switzerland called Wizards of Wisnen. They do some doom, death, stoner metal, and the title of their first EP is Experimental Brew. Don't miss it up. It's 4 tracks. It's just incredible. It's pure madness. I can't wait for a full-length album from this band. They are just incredible. And two more albums in the honorable mentions for this month. The next one is again some doom, psychedelic doom metal called Heavy Temple with the album Lupi Amoris. This is their first full-length album. It's 5 tracks for a total playing time of 33 minutes. It's very short, but then it's the kind of album that it's so good that you can repeat and repeat and repeat all over again. It's a great album. It was released on June 4th, and yeah, that's it. June the 18th. They're coming from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. Yeah, don't miss it up. Look at this artwork. Just the artwork itself, you want to listen what is on this record, you know. So don't miss it up. It's Heavy Temple with the album Lupi Amoris. And then last but not least, it was released on June 4th. It's King Buffalo. It's a stoner band from the USA, a heavy psychedelic stoner doom band. They toured with bands such as All Them Witches and Elder, so you can guess the quality of their music. The title of the album is The Burden of Restlessness. Is just amazing, and yeah, a lot of stoner doom in these honorable mentions, but yeah, I couldn't do this video without mentioning these 3 albums and 2 EPs. So now let's get serious things started. Number 10 for this month is a band called Bosk, B-O-S-S-K. They produce some atmospheric sludge metal. They come from the UK. It's their second full-length album called Migration. It released on the 18th of June. It's 7 tracks for 42 minutes, and you have to know that if you like Cult of Luna, this is the same kind of music as Cult of Luna, and moreover, you have Johannes Persson, the vocalist of Cult of Luna, producing some featuring on this album. So if you like bands such as Cult of Luna, don't miss it up. Bossk with the album Migration. This is my entry number 10. Position, and I can't believe that I put this one solo in the ranking, because I have been listening to this one many times since it released on the 25th of June. It's White Thunder. It's a progressive heavy metal band from the region of Rome in Italy, with their first full-length album, Maximum, A Journey of a Billion Years. It's pure progressive metal coupled with traditional heavy metal. You have clear vocals, you have growls. On certain tracks you have the impression to listen to pure traditional heavy metal, and on other tracks it's pure progressive metal with great growl vocals. It's a great album composed of 10 tracks for a total playing time of 52 minutes. If you love progressive metal, if you love your traditional heavy metal, if you love obviously the combination of the two genres, don't miss that one. White Thunder, an Italian progressive heavy metal band. The album titled Maximum, A Journey of a Billion Years. This is my number 9. Number 8, if you're looking for the best epic atmospheric black metal of the month, don't search any further, because this is the one. This is Firin Alt with the album By the Waters of Awakening. It's epic atmospheric black metal coupled with dungeon synth. So if you are allergic to dungeon synth, you probably won't like this one, because the synth is really omnipresent on this album, but it's a great combination. It's really perfectly done. It's a band from the UK. It's their first full-length album as well. It released on June 11th. It's 5 tracks for a total playing time of 55 minutes. So it's 5 super long tracks. It's great. It's great. Epic. It's atmospheric. You have dungeon synth. Perfect combination. Don't miss it up. Number 7 for this month, I introduced to you a German band that produced some doom sludge metal. They're called Eremit, with their second full-length album in the name of Bearer of Many Names. It released on the 11th of June. It's composed, listen carefully, it's composed of 3 tracks for a total playing time of 66 minutes. So it's super duper long tracks, 3 tracks, super long, super atmospheric. It's a sleep album actually. You can easily fall asleep on this album. It's great sleep music. Doom sludge, obviously, super low, you know, and if you like the genre, this is the best release for this month of June 2021. I realized that each of my albums that I introduce here on this video could be a number one on any month, because wow, the month of June has been incredible. All 2021 so far has been incredible, each 6 months of them, but June, wow, oh my god, this is crazy. And this one doesn't do the exception, because it's Allustrium with their third full-length release called A Monument to Silence. We are here in pure progressive technical death metal, and it's awesome. It released on 18th of June. It's 10 tracks for a total playing time of 62 minutes. They are coming from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in the USA, and what can I say about them? This is a great band. I didn't know that band before. It's crazy. It's technical. My god, you can't tell, you know, the level of technicity they have. It's progressive. I could speak about this album for 60 minutes if I could, you know. It's great, and I can't believe that it's only at number 6 in my ranking. Well, it's number 6, but out of, I don't know, 300-400 albums on the month. So yeah, it's a great spot. But still, this could easily be a number 1 contender for the year. This is crazy. If you love your technical death metal, if you love the progressive elements that incorporates into the technical death metal, don't mess it up. It's great. It's wild. It's very melodic at times. It's amazing. That one is Allustrium with their third album, A Monument to Silence. Entry number 5, I don't have to introduce them, you recognize them. It's Dark Throne, the famous AAA black metal band from Norway that are back this month. They released on the 25th of June their 19th full-length album. Can you imagine that? 19. Yeah, they are here since the 1990s, so obviously they have made a long road. It's an album composed of 5 tracks for a total playing time of 42 minutes. The album's title is Eternal Ales, and what can I say? Dark Throne, you know, can take so many directions in their releases. You know, they can appropriate some speed metal, some traditional heavy metal on some albums, but here for the first time they touch the doom elements of the metal for the first time, to my big surprise. Yeah, that was really a big surprise for me. This album is quite different than the previous ones, but God, you can recognize the voice of Fenrir, you know, amongst thousands and thousands. The production is raw, you know, you have this typical raw production for black metal, but don't get me wrong, it's a great production. It's well produced, but you can recognize directly the voice of Fenrir, you know, on this album. It's Dark Throne. They are animatable, you know, and this album is, for me, it's a great release for this 19th full length of Dark Throne, so the Norwegian black metal band. So the album's title is Eternal Ales. If you love Dark Throne, you will love that album.
In the mountains, my forest, that limited is inhabited by. They have the power.
more. This month I bring you to Chile with a pure traditional heavy metal band called Lucifer's Hammer. Wow! The album's name is The Trip. It's their third full-length release. It released back on the 23rd of June. It's composed of 7 tracks for a total playing time of 31 minutes. And what can I say? I'm just saying that it's the best traditional heavy metal album for me, since December 2020. Why December 2020? Because one of my favorite traditional heavy metal bands released their new album back in December last year. And since then, I think this is the first pure traditional heavy metal album that blew my mind away. This album is crazy. It's nuts. It's short. It's 31 minutes, 7 tracks. But God, you play it again, and again. And it's so great. So great. You have the impression to engage on a huge battle, somewhere near castle. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's traditional heavy metal. It's really rare that I put a traditional heavy metal in my top rankings of the month because it's always the same. It's always kind of the same sound. It's really rare to have an album of heavy metal, of pure heavy metal that really says, wow, this one is different. But this one, God, is really great. If you love traditional heavy metal, if you want to have one album to repeat all summer long this summer, this is the one. So Lucifer's Hammer, a band from Chile with their third album, The Trip. I really highly recommend it. Seriously, guys, don't miss that one.
The light receives along the snow metal scattered over the fallen clockwork of horror. Step between my frostbitten dreams. The farmer cannot fail with fire.
Directly now on the podium at entry number 3. So a little precision here that that video was supposed to be airing on YouTube since the 30th of June, but I couldn't make up my mind. Regarding my number 1, I was hesitating between 3 albums, which are obviously the 3 ones that you're gonna hear now on the podium. So I basically took my headset going to a city trip in Portugal, and I listened again and again to all these 3 coming albums to make up my mind which one is going to be the first, the second, and the third. And at number 3, at the third position, at the third step of the podium, is a French progressive death metal band called Fractal Universe. If you watch regularly my weekly video for new releases, I already talked to you about this album. It's crazy. It's their third album. It's a French band. The title of the album is The Impassable Horizon. It's been released under Metal Blade Records on the 25th of June. It's a total playing time of 57 minutes. And it's, what can I say? It's a great band. When I saw the description, progressive death metal, acoustic guitar, saxophone, you have a lot of saxophone on this album, so brings a little bit more of progressive side of the album, if you will. It's great album. It's a very awesome album. I can compare this music to Opeth. You can you can instantly feel, you know, the Opeth vibe on this album, you know, because you have clear vocals, you have harsh vocals, and I would say maybe 50-50. Yeah, there's a lot of, it's their third album, and on the two previous records, they had more growls and less clear singing, but on this album, they have put up, you know, a little bit the clear singing, to my, you know, personal liking, if I can tell that. It's a great album. So it's progressive, there's a lot of saxophone, you have clear, mix of clear and growls vocals on this album. It's really, really pure madness, and it deserves really the spot of third on this ranking. Just so that you know, I had an interview with the guitarist, the guitar player of that band, Hugo. Hugo, if you watch this video, and I know you do, hi, and thanks again for your time for me for the interview today. Yeah, so the interview will last something between 30 to 40 minutes, and it will be recorded in French because it's a French band. So for those non-French speakers of you, I already apologize for that. But yeah, the interview will be soon on the channel, maybe end of this week already. But yeah, don't miss that album. Number 3, it could have been number 1, you know, but the two next ones are really, really had really a big effect on me. But honestly, it's spot number 3 is already a good spot. So don't miss Fractal Universe with their third studio album, The Impassable Horizon, out on June the 25th under Metal Blade Records. Now it's time to move on to number 2. My God, that one is a piece of madness. You know, I love this album. The band is Duskmourn with the third album, Fallen Kings and Rusted Crowns. I love the band's logo. I love the album cover. You know, look at that artwork. It's fucking beautiful, you know. I love the title of the album, Fallen Kings and Rusted Crowns. You just have one envy, you know, it's to dig into that album and listen to what they say, listen to what they produce. And actually, they produce some melodic death metal coupled with melodic black metal and folk metal. Yes, all that. It's a band from New Jersey and Pennsylvania in the USA. The album released on the 19th of June this year. It's 8 tracks for 47 minutes. If you love melodeath, if you love melo black, if you love folk, you could take all these three kinds, subgenres, you mix it together and you get an amazing album. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the vinyl. I don't think they released on vinyl, but God, I feel so frustrated, you know. You know it when you start to know me, you know. It's when I love an album so much, I like to own the vinyl of the album, and this one is just didn't release on vinyl actually. So I'm a little bit disgusted because this album is really one of my favorite album this year so far. It's crazy, and I can guarantee you that this album will as well have it as its place in the top 2021 later this year. But yeah, don't miss Duskmourn. It's really an amazing album. So moving on now to the number 1 album of the month. Garth, can I get the usual drum roll, please? God, this is the slap in the face moment of the month. I didn't expect that kind of album to release sooner or later, but wow. This is a band, a one-man band. The guy is alone, he does everything by himself. It's a one-man band from Hungary. The name of the band is Die Katafalki. I don't know if it pronounces like that. It is 10th album in the name of Vedak. It released on June last week, actually June 25th. If I remember right. The guy behind this project is called Tamas Katai, so he does everything. It's a one-man band. The album is composed of 10 tracks for a total playing time of 62 minutes, and it's pure avant-garde metal, exactly. So it incorporates death metal elements, atmospheric black metal elements, folky elements, proggy elements, but also electronics elements, as you heard in this clip. I let a clip a little bit longer to make you understand what I'm talking about, because this album is very, very special. It's long. It's not easy to absorb. You need a couple of listens first in order to qualify this album, because it incorporates so many things. It's purely avant-garde, as I said, but wow, this is a bomb. You know, this is clearly the number one album for me for June this year. It's just a pure madness. Can you imagine? It's the 10th album, and the first album released back in 1999. So it's not a new band, it's not a new guy, you know, but the guy is so talented. And if you like this album, you have to be informed that I contacted Tanas, who is the guy behind the project Tai Katafalki, and he's going to give me an interview this week for my channel, and the interview will be, of course, soon online on the channel. I will communicate, of course, on my Instagram and my Facebook pages accordingly, of course, later this week. But yeah, don't miss that album. If you want to discover something new, if you want to have different kind of feelings all along the start and the finish of an album, yeah, you have to give a chance to Die Katafalki with the album Vedak, because it's a pure gem, and this is my number one album for this month of June 2021. Wow, what an adventure, what a trip that has been for this month again. We are clearly spoiled again for this year in heavy metal music, and believe me, I did already some research for the month of July, and oh my god, we are gonna be blessed with great stuff in July as well. So subscribe to my channel, you know, stay a member of this channel, because many interesting things are coming up, you know. This next Saturday will be the new heavy metal releases for July part 1, so many interesting stuff for you to discover. You have the interview of Fractal Universe coming up in the next days. You will have the interview of Die Katafalki, you know, with the album Vedak, my number one of the month of June 2021, and many other stuff that are coming on the channel. And we are soon gonna celebrate the first year of the channel. It's gonna be in early September, so I will have an announcement to make in my next new heavy metal releases video that will be online this Saturday, so please be patient. But I have something to suggest to you to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of my channel, so we'll do that together, and I have a project to propose to you, so we will discuss that offline, obviously, sooner or later. So in the meantime, thanks for having watched this video. I hope that this selection you like this selection. Don't hesitate to put in the comments down below your best albums for the month of June, in case I sure have missed something great, you know. So please help me and put your comments down below. What did you like for music this month? And as always, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it to the world, and any comments are fully appreciated. And I will see you in a very soon in a new video on the channel. Ciao guys.